Welcome back to Late Night Gamer. We are playing Field Commander Napoleon, the Italian campaign of 1796. And we are heading into round 2. So let's move the tracker and plan our moves. Now I've been thinking about what I want to do for the last day or so, and something have dawned on me. It seems like the enemy AI has done a mistake because they have concentrated quite a few troops here, but not all of the troops. They have split it out 3 units and sent them to this area here, this Mantua. So I'm going to take advantage of that, and I have a chance now to smash these guys up really good, because I can attack from both Nice and Turin. So this is what I'm going to do, but I will not forget Milan. So I need to leave some units behind. I'm not taking Garnier, but I'm taking these troops, all of them, because these are my best troops, and now they are fortified with the cannon. So I'm taking all of these troops and marching into Savona. This is my march step. Garnier is marching to Turin, reinforcing Turin with these two. With these 2 infantry units as well. I'm putting them in Turin, and Kilmaine is following Napoleon. He's going from Nice into Savona. I'm hoping I have enough now to take out these units. I'm not sure. If I win this battle, then the road to Genoa is open, and from Genoa I can march here to Mantua and try to take Mantua, and then further north to Klagenfurt. But I need to split my troops because I also need to take Milan. I don't know how many. I will reconsider. I will take this one as well here, and just have a few troops now in Turin, and I'm going to recruit in Turin, and when I feel strong enough I will take on Milan. And this is going to be their only mission in the game. Once they have captured Milan, they have completed their task, so to speak. So I will recruit some units here and try to take on Milan in a few turns. I have some turns left. Yeah, I have quite a few turns that I can do that. That is my move step. I'm moving the bulk of my units into Savona. So there's a battle which we need to resolve, and let's bring out the battlefield. We will need to roll for fog of war, and the enemy has 6 supplies, so they will use spend 2 to add to their die roll. So let's see. Oh no, that's an 8 plus 2 is 10. That's not good. Well, the battle is lasting for 5 turns, and I think that's good. And Napoleon is in the battle, so I will have 2 battle plans, and the same for the enemy. But the roll of 10 says that they will add 1 enemy reinforcements to the table, or to the battle. So I will draw 1 from the cup, and I'm hoping and praying for not anything but a cannon. And of course it's a cannon, what else? I don't have any supplies, so I can't buy more battle plans, but I can have a look at the inside counters to see if I want any of those. Yeah, the back of the inside counters looks like this, with Napoleon and insight written on them. Just flip it. This sweep is very interesting. It's very interesting because the enemy will place their cannon at the end, or at the rear, where it will try to dominate the battle, as will my cannon, of course. And with this sweep I can have 1 to 3 cavalries in the reserve region, and when I successfully activate the sweep, then they will attack the rearmost enemy, which will be the cannon. But the cost is, of course, that the cavalry will leave the battle. But that's very interesting. I will think about that. The cannon. I'm taking this sweep and hoping it will activate. And then I need to adjust my battle plan quantity. It's down to 1. So, and I place Napoleon here to show that he's in the battle. I'll put sweep here so I remember it. I will put Kilmaine in my reserve region and will keep him here because he's the one I will use for sweep. I'll put my cannon in my reserve area as well. And in my approach area I will have 4 units, and this guy have to go in the reserves. Perhaps I put them in column. No, I'll keep them in line formation. The enemy cannon goes in the reserve area, and I will draw randomly 4 units in the approach for the enemy, and I will put them in column formation. These 4 units are in the approach, and these guys will be in the reserve area. For some reason they have put their cavalry in the reserve. Okay, the next step is, well, now we start the battle turn, and the next step will be inside activation. So we will try to activate our inside counter. It says +1, so I need to roll Napoleon's command rating +1 or lower. Yeah, let's see if I can do that. So you can see I rolled a 4, and that is not good enough. The inside does not activate. That's a pity. That's really a pity. Then I select and place my battle plans, and I am going to use my grape shot on my cannon. That was very successful last time, so that's what I'm going to do. The enemy are drawing 2 battle plans, and they are placing them on the highest skill units, which are the line units, Salic, Kerpen and Salic, and I'm placing it on this Salic and this Kerpen, the 2 infantry units. So let's see, the first one goes on Salic. He gets the melee plan, and Kerpen, he also gets a melee plan. That's good. They don't do anything at this range, so they're wasting their battle plans. They activate first. So this guy is more than 2 steps away, so he will advance. He's in column, so we don't have to roll. And the same for all of these units here in column formation. Salic, he will need to roll for activation. 8, he doesn't activate, so we will stay put. This guy will advance. Kepern, he do activate, and he will advance, and he will try and attack and go into line formation. The cannon will fire or try to fire. Well, they will fire, and they're firing in this area here, and they miss. They got a 9 actually, so that's a miss. That was a good first turn for me. I will fire my cannon now with my grape shot into this area here. I got a 3, and that is good enough to inflict a hit on the highest or the lowest skill level. These are the conscripts, so they take a hit. Then I'm going to try to activate Stengel. I got a 9, so he doesn't activate. That's very unfortunate. I should have put him in column formation after all, because my plan was to march. I will stay put then with the rest of my units, should I? Or should I try to march them up one spot? No, I will stay put. They won't rout yet, so we go down the battle turn. Again and again I will try to activate my inside counter. I got a 3, and that activates my inside counter. I remove the counter, but first I need to do what it says. It says that remove 1 to 3 from the cavalry reserves, and I have 1 in the cavalry reserves. They are removed. Roll 3 attacks for each against rearmost, so I can roll 3 attacks for Kilmaine. That's 2 hits from Kilmaine on the first roll, so he has 2 hits. That's another hit because it's a 6. 3 hits, and the last misses, so he scores 3 hits. So Kilmaine is attacking in here and he kills off the recruit with 1 hit. He then attacks with the 2 next hits here in the approach area, and Pitoni will have to take 2 of those hits. Yeah, and that's it. Pitoni and the recruit here is out. And Kilmaine is leaving the battle. He's going back to the battle map. So Kilmaine comes here, re-emerges here. Of course, if I now lose the battle, he is in great risk because he will be separated from the main units. So that was the inside activation. And now I can select my battle plans, and I'm sticking with my grape shot because now I am much more confident about the progress of the battle. I don't have to worry about enemy cannons firing down on me, so instead they have to worry about me. And the enemies will draw a couple of battle plans, and I'm drawing for the same units as I did before. The line units, Salich and Kepern. First for Salich. Well, there's something called officers. All enemies get +3 on activation rolls for this turn, and I redraw for Salich. Forward, we've seen this before. And Kepern is getting another melee counter. Well, there are only 2 melee counters in here, so I'm not cheating, honestly. Yep, Nicoletti, well, it's still a +2 space away, so he will advance, and he don't have to roll for activation because he's in column formation, and the same for this guy, and also this guy is advancing. They are brave soldiers. Salich is also advancing. This guy is in column formation, he don't have to roll, and he will advance and check if the enemy is adjacent. It's not, so he'll stop. The melee, if line, and don't have to roll for activation, he will then, yeah, what will he do? I think that's a very strange order, the way I read it, and I checked also the rulebook now, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but it do say that the 1 here means that if there are enemy adjacent, he will advance. There are not, so he won't advance. If it's an infantry, he will do an attack, and then attack again, and go into line formation. So he will be staying put, going into line formation, which is already in. So it's a strange order, but that's how I interpret it. Please correct me if you think otherwise. Nice. That's the entire day. Yeah, exactly. So the officers counter goes away as well. Now my cannon gets to fire, and that's a 5. It's a hit because of this +2. So he will take out the conscripts. He will need to hit the one with the lowest skill value. Now I can fire upon them. I will try with Overure, or should I go into melee? I could go into melee. Now I'm firing. I'm trying to activate Overure. He activates, and he will fire. He hits. I get to choose now because they are at the same skill level, and I will take the one which has the highest possibility of activating. So Roselmini, he will get a hit. I'm waiting a little bit with Stengel. I'm doing La Harpe. Fire for La Harpe. First I will try to activate La Harpe. He activate, and he fires. Yeah, he hits. And now I can choose if I want to eliminate this guy or take a hit on Nicoletti. So I am taking out Roselmini, putting him in the cup. Then I will try to activate Serurier. He activates, and he will do a fire. Oh, actually I don't have to do that because they're all in line formation. Yeah, so I don't have to roll for activation when I want to fire. Okay, but they all activated anyway, so let's see if he will hit then. He will hit, so Nicoletti takes a hit. And I still have Stengel left, so I could advance him or I could fire him. Yeah, I will attack with Stengel, and he rolls a 9. Stengel misses with the attack. Now we do a road check. They have 10, 16, 18 points. Yeah, so I have 42 combat points and they have 18, and 18 times 3 is 54. So they are not routing, they are holding out. So we go another round. We advance the turn counter. I'm keeping with my cannon recipe, so to speak. Keeping the grape shot. Let's draw 2 battle plans for the line formations. One for Salic. See if I can get something else than melee. Yeah, I'm getting a wheel. And Salic. They're doing some very strange maneuvers. Closing. Okay, that doesn't sound good. Okay, let's start with this poor line formation guy. He is at a 0 or 1 distance. He do not have to roll. He will go into line formation and attack. So he will always activate. He go into line formation and he will perform an attack. He will roll, actually have to roll a 2 or lower. No, he rolled a 9, so attack misses. Salic, he is +2 away, so he will advance still. Salic, the infantry guy, he will do this closing. If infantry, no roll, and it is infantry, go into column, advance, shock at a shock -3, and perform an attack. So he will attack the approach area, and he have to roll a 5 or lower, and he rolls a 5, so that attack is successful. I have to take a hit, and I'm taking that on Overure. He will have to take a hit. No, I'm not doing that. I'm taking the hit on Serurier because he have a higher chance of activating. 6-4, well this guy has a 5-4 on the reduced side. The closing goes away, and the wheel cavalry will do an advance. It's not a cavalry. Oh, I need to roll for activation first. He will activate. He will advance, go into line formation and perform an attack. So, but he can't hit anything, so the attack is wasted. Now my cannon gets to fire. I roll a 4. That is 1 hit, and I will hit into this area here, and it's going to be the Nicoletti guy that will take the hit because he is a poor line quality. These guys are line quality, so they will stay put. And now I get to fire with the rest of my troops. I can't march Macard up here because the limit in this area are 4 mobile French units. So we have to stay put for now. I am trying to activate Stengel again. 9 again, unbelievable, it does not activate. That's very unfortunate. So then I will try to activate Overure, and I'm not doing an attack, so I have to roll. I will do an advance. No, I will do an attack. That was not good. Okay, anyway, the Overure will attack, and he does not have to roll because he is in line formation. He gets a 7, so that is successful, and because both of these units are line quality, I get to choose who take the hits, and it's going to be Cavalry Salic because he will be eliminated. That was also, yeah, I should have done that with Stengel as well. I wanted to advance him, so I rolled, so that's done. So I will try to activate Le Harpe, and he will attack, so he is in line formation, he do not have to roll. He will perform an attack. Yeah, he will hit, he gets a 1, so he will be reducing this Salic. And I'm trying to activate Serurier. He's not going to attack, so I'm going to try to activate him. He gets a 5, so he is activated, and I'm going to retreat him into the French reserve area, or march him backwards. And I'm going to try to activate also Macard. Yeah, I'm able to do that because I got a 3, and I will march him up here. Like that. Then we need again to do the route check, and I do know I should have, how much did I reduce? 7 by 3, so I should have 39. and they only have 8, so they will rout. They are giving up, and now it's a massacre again, because we stopped now the turn counter, and they are not drawing battle plans, they can only rout. I will still use my grape shot on my cannon, and they are performing their battle plan, and they don't have to roll for retreat if they are routed, so they will go into column and retreat, both to that. Now it's my turn. I'm not finding my cannons just yet. I'm going to try to activate Stengel. Let's see if I can do that. Yes, finally I can activate Stengel, and he will do the march order, which will advance him twice and force these guys to do a shock test, which they will fail because they're in column formation, and they take a hit and it's out. And then I will try to fire my cannon, and I get on 8, so that's a miss. We go another round, and they are still routing. Again, I will try to... Now I will fire my cannon. 8, that's a miss, and I try to activate Stengel again. That's a 9, he doesn't activate. So these guys are safe, because now they are retreating off. The unharmed Austrian troop is have retreated, and they will try to retreat to an adjacent friendly area or neutral area, but they will go back to Genoa. That's what makes most sense anyway. The rules say that they should go to a friendly controlled or neutral area, so they can actually retreat to Marengo, Lodi or to Genoa. I don't know, it makes most sense to try to bolster Genoa, so I will always select friendly controlled area over neutral areas, just because I feel that's more reasonable. So the rest of my units are now coming on here in Savona, and that was my move step. Now I can do a forced march, but I do not have any supplies, so I cannot do that. Oh. And Kilmaine are joining his comrades. Yeah, that's all I can do. I can now resupply, and I will get 3, 6, 9, 12 resupply points. No, I will not. I will get 9 points because I don't hold Milan. 9 points for me, and I'm going to spend 4 of them upgrading these guys back to full status, like this. That leaves me with 6. No, it leaves me with 5. Tempting to buy a garrison in Turin, but I'm not doing that either. I'm going to spend the 5 points trying to get some recruits. I'm getting these 2 troops, they are worth 5 points, and I'm building up in Turin. Idea is of course to advance on Milan and try to take them out. I will need a cannon, but that is going to be next round. So that's my turn. Now we will have a look at the enemy. We will look at the orders. First we look at their supplies. They have 4 supplies left, so they will actually use 2 of those supplies and add 2 to their orders die roll. I need to roll twice for these units. They do not combine because recruits should be treated as a separate nation. So let's roll for Kerpen. That's Kerpen rolled a 3 and adding on to a 2, that's a 5. So he will move to a random area. 2, 4, 6, 8. So he will move to Marengo. The recruit, he rolls a 7 plus 2, that's a 9. And he will move towards a French held objective. So that will either take him directly into contact with me here or into Marengo, because then he will be able to move to Turin. But Nice is actually the French held objective with the lowest combat value, and he can't get to Nice through Marengo. Let's consult the book. Move the group 1 area towards the closest objective that is held by the French. If you do not hold any objective, treat as an advance, and move the group towards the French occupied objective area that has the lowest combat value, and that is Nice. So it doesn't make any sense, but he will move into Savona. Let's look at this stack here. He also gets a 9 and moves towards the French held objective. And that is Nice, so he will move back into Genoa because this will be the shortest route to Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So that will put him back in Genoa. And the recruit, the lonely recruit, he do the same thing. So he fills up in Genoa. There's a recruit, a cannon recruit up here in Klagenfurt. 3 plus 2, that's 5. He will move to a random. So I want to 5, it's going to be Adige. And it's not, it is Bassano. So they are kind of splitting up, which is good for me. It's going to be a battle here. So we will do that. Of course they will be enveloped, but before they are enveloped, we need to roll for a fog on war. Something might happen. They have only 2 supply points, so they will not modify the roll. That's a crack. Let's see. No modification. 4. Pay 2 supply points and add 1 French recruit to 1 French occupied area. Oh, that would have been nice. I don't have 2 supply points, so I can't do that. So nothing happened. The recruits are enveloped, of course. And now the enemy has moved. And we have resolved the battles, so they will do a resupply step. I will roll for the cities. Klagenfurt first. 10, they will get 3 supply points. They're back to 5. Mantua. 6, that's 1 reinforcement in Mantua. It's a cannon again. Genoa. That's nothing. Genoa. 5 for Genoa. 1 reinforcement in Genoa. A recruit. We'll stack with the other recruit. And Milan, the last 7. 3 supply points. They will have 8 supplies. Yes, that was round 2, and this is the situation now. I think it's looking pretty good. The next round we will see the assault of Genoa. Oh, they are quite strong here now. I don't know. Well, let's think about that while I upload this video. So thank you for watching, and see you next time in the next episode of Napoleon.